Think of everything you could do with NIB. You could use NIB rewards to get a discount on some new sneakers. You could get into running. With the time you save with telehealth and prescription delivery, you could really get into running. You could find the perfect physio and really get into running. You could even get discounted travel insurance. Let's just start with the sneakers. NIB, potential.
Welcome back to Coffs Harbour International Stadium for our final game here, the under-17s boys grand final between the Central Coast and the Orcas. James Sullivan with you. Ross Thomas. Hello, Ross.
Hey, Sully, how are you? Thanks for having me. What a beautiful day it is in Coffs.
Absolutely brilliant. I'm just going to quit these teams and we'll have a look. Central Hodges, the 2, Kalen Cash, in the 3, Cooper Bisaka. The 5 will be Owen Knowles. The 6, Carter Mariko. The 7, Kai G. The 8 will be Jack Dean Pataka. The 9, Zaylen Ekepate. The 10, Jimmy Kirk. The 11, Eli Bennett. The 12, Corbin Devaney. As they get us underway. The 13 will be Luke Andrews. The 14, Kyan Werner. The 15, Ronan Hope. 16, Isaac Phillips. And the 21, Ashton Barry. The Orcas. In 0, Robert Bassardi. The 1, Jed Westaway. The 3, Xander Smith. The 4, Luke Chenhaw. 7, Jack Wallington. The 8, Mitchell Newman. The 10, Sonny Patane. The 13, Dennis O'Callaghan. And the 19, Fred Marr. 21, Hayden Ford. 22, Xavier Scullard. The 23, Jordan Piggins. The 33, Ryan Grant. The 77, Tomasi Lomu Stewart. The 101, Sam Anderson. 101, Ross. They love these numbers, don't they, the boys?
Tough for the ref to call out. You're offside, 101.
Very, very true. But now, first opportunity with the ball for the Orcas. It's been that sort of weekend. How's your week been?
Yeah, I've been... that's close. Yeah, good defence there. Yeah, managing 18 teams for the Steelers and sort of getting around and putting out a few little bushfires and making sure a couple of parents behave and, kids are respectful to their coaches. But, yeah, we've had a great group of coaches and a really respectful group of parents and players all up. So it's been very successful.
Oh, brilliant. Now opportunity down that left edge there. And Phillips for the Central Coast. Now Hodges. He goes back to the left as well. Looks up straight away. Finds Cash in for the line. The late tag. Save the day. After 18.
Yeah, on the first day I got to see 16 of them all in action, and some of them check in early to about 12, and then there's a bit of a break and the older groups come in, and I got around to 16 teams to make sure everything was okay and handing out some medals and so on. And yeah, it's been a very, very good start. I saw the Central Coast boys play their semi-final. There's numbers here for the Orcas.
Certainly is, and room to move, and gone quickly is Xander Smith. And Smith just checking the ref. He's going to point to the spot, and Xander Smith gets us underway quick.
If we see on the replay here, there's a couple of Central Coast boys on the ground. You just noticed it there, and just gave a bit of space. The winger tried to cover his man. Someone else tried to cover where the two were on the ground. But Xander, didn't he take that opportunity? And that's what it's about in finals.
Oh, absolutely it is. And Orcas to get us underway. And let's have a look at that road to the finals you talked about at the quarterfinals. Earlier today, Central Coast 6 over the Mariners on 5, I believe. Orcas over the Sydney Warriors 3-1, so very tight.
Yeah, tight games.
And then the semi-final, Central Coast over the Stingrays 6-5. Orcas, over the Steelers. That's right, 6-5.
Went into extra time.
That's right, it did. And the Orcas 6 over the Stingrays 5. So both semi-finals 6-5, and we've got a penalty.
Yeah, he's either saying one of two things there, that he surrendered or he dropped his shoulder into the defender. I think it was for a surrender. You can't actually stop, you've got to be trying to be or moving.
So an opportunity. They lead 1-0. That man, the try scorer there, now they find Chen Hall. Callahan, wide pass for Basardi. He looks and finds underneath Patane. Just a late kick, wasn't just a little dribble through, did enough, and hope was there.
Really good defensive read. There was no hope in that. He made sure he got it. He didn't leave it to hope.
No, he didn't need to, did he? There's danger there. Quickly getting into dummy half. Carter Mariko. There he is again. Jimmy Kirk.
He looks likely Jimmy Kirk. Goes to the line with the ball out in front. He's a good little kick.
And this man's very good too, Mariko. Mariko's still going. Great tag. Desperate, wasn't it?
Yep. Great tag. I know there's been a try, but it's almost like the two teams are feeling one another out. If we hadn't had a try, you'd go, it's a classic start. They're just grinding into the game and stuff like that. But I think it's going to open up. I've seen the Central Coast and the Orcas playing a round game, and I like the way both teams play the game. Like, very competitive, but good spirit. They're not over the top, and they're not trying to bully their way over the opposition. They're just trying to play Oztag.
Patane there.
Yeah. Now, there's a couple of games, some of the boys in the 17s, they get a little, let's say, passionate.
It's called testosterone, I think you'll find that word.
That's right.
Fred Marr. He dummied twice and now just rolling into it with Scullard, but he was stopped quickly. Picked up, they come down this left short side, and Smith. He put the kick through and it was cleaned up nicely by the Coast.
It's so important. Like the Coast have done, and the Orcas, and here's a good jinking run, but the Coast have done some very good cover-up, which is part of your defence. And defence wins game, and that's not a bad kick. If it, I don't know if it's come off the foot. It's maybe gone dead.
I think he's called it come. It has, but it's been touched.
Yep.
Yeah, the foot there of Lomu Stewart. Just will be a dropout.
I really like that play, Sully. Like, nothing much was happening. And let's just get down there. Even if it did go dead and we gave Orcas 7 plays, it's just getting us on the front foot, and we don't have to do anything crazy to get down there other than try and kick hard and long. And they've got a better result than just, 7 tackles for the Orcas.
Yeah, exactly. Eke Party was the man who went back, and kick went over halfway. Now Hodges. Back for Hodges. Got the tag back. So it slows down. Hodges out of dummy half. And does it all on his own. That's exactly what he did. And he got the quick play, the ball, and you'll watch the replay. But Kai Hodges is the man. He just has to go back for the restart.
Sees some space on the short side. Puts it on, goes through. It was just a bit of an overread there by the Orcas.
Yep.
You know, someone needed to hit in on him. And once he got through, whoops, I've still got my tags. I might as well put this down and score.
It happens so often, doesn't it, that they don't feel the tag being taken off.
No.
So 1-1. Oh, the replacement man says, I'll have a crack, so he just comes straight on and kicks it.
I like that trick play, Sully. It's sort of like do sometimes what the opposition aren't expecting you to do.
Well, I think they thought, I thought they were Carter Mariko. They were waiting for him to kick, and Jimmy Kirk's just come straight onto the field.
I don't know that it was entirely planned or practiced.
I was going to say, I might as well get involved.
Yeah.
So now, Grant, he keeps it alive, and it ends up in the hands of Lomu Stewart on this left wing. An early kick. Threading the needle. Is it going to be his friend? No.
But again, Sully, I like that. No harm done. It's an easy 30 or 40 metres downfield. Yes, we give them one extra play. Now, so long as we don't give away a silly penalty, we're in good field position. You know, the Coast are going to have to work hard now. So we're on 0 there, and they're 12 metres out from their line.
Out of dummy half. Mariko puts the kick through. Bit of contact. Oh. What are they going to say? Yeah. Mariko gets the reward there. Put the kick through for himself, and the Orca player ruled to put a shoulder in. Now Mariko go in the dummy half. He'll find Kirk. Kirk looks inside and finds G. Kirk again. Mariko. Cashin wanted a runner and found one. And Bennett. Eli Bennett. Your little sister's already grabbed a championship medal today, Eli Bennett. Yeah.
Right.
And now they go back to the left. He skips. Kirk, he's been good since he's come back on. Been involved a lot. Does well here too. Got numbers. Bennett, he should have just went himself. Didn't need to. Threw the pass and they score.
That's 2 tries there, isn't it, really?
I think, yeah, well, I tell you what, if he had his time over again, he probably does go himself. You watch the replay. You can see it, Ross.
Yep.
He did the job.
Yep. And I'm with you. Hasn't Captain Kirk come on and given some enterprise?
Oh.
There's a double one.
Mate,
Captain
you've
Kirk
gone bang, bang there.
Yeah.
And that try scorer, Luke Andrews, in jersey 13 for Central Coast. I just saw as he went off the field. But yeah, Captain Kirk and some enterprise.
Yep.
You get a prize for that.
No, he really gave him a bit of thrust. And I was just thinking in that set beforehand, the 4 or 5 plays, that Central Coast is starting to really warm into it and get plenty of changes of angles and plenty of ball movement. And, yeah, they're warming into this game. But that's a pretty good kick. If that goes out...
Oh, I tell you what. Ronan Hope, once he did well.
Doesn't leave it to chance, does he?
No, he didn't. No. He just threaded the needle, just waited. He was patient. That was the key.
Yeah. But again, it's the right tactics by the Orcas. Like, don't chase the game at 2-1, halfway through the first half. Just get into good spots, try and defend really hard. In the last time they did that, they got a 50-50 call go against them. But, it could work out all right. But here's good play again by the Coast.
Yeah, Phillips. On this occasion, there's 2 good runs from him in this set so far. They sweep it to the right, and they'll look and find Knowles. Knowles, he wants a runner. They go back underneath for Babasaka. He put the kick through and cleaned up beautifully from the Orcas.
Great cover, wasn't it?
It was good work.
Really good read. But again, it's important the Orcas don't chase the game. Yeah, you want to score, but you're coming out of your own end, so get into good field position where you might have a better chance to score.
On this occasion, Ma. Now, Lomu Stewart. Took a while to get into dummy half. He eventually does Bassardi. Wasn't sure if he wanted it on that occasion. A late opportunity there from Fred Maher to put boot to ball and waiting for it at the back. Is Hope again. He's the janitor at the moment, Hope. Cleaning everything up, isn't he?
Beautiful. Love that. And it was a good chase by the Orcas boys, though. The kick's no good unless you got a few bodies up there, but it was a really good chase.
Mariko to Kirk. The big dummy throwing them from G. Out of dummy half, they go down that left and really does hit a good hole, does Bennett. Eli Bennett will have to come back. That'll go. Dummies inside out, puts the kick through. It still gets it back. Play on. They're going to go for that left edge again. Flying through the air is Cashin. Kalen Cashin, and the referee says, I'm happy with that. Some great work underneath from Carter Mariko.
Yeah, it's good heads-up footy, wasn't it? The little kick. A little knock forward there, and maybe it was a knock on, but at this angle it's hard to tell. But a good ball out, and what a finish. Is that Xavier Coates on the end? He's dyed his hair blonde and hasn't. He said he was injured for the Kangaroo Tour, but I think he's playing up here.
Kalen Cashin grabs his first. So all of a sudden, and as I said, we mentioned them in the call, like Kirk and Mariko at the moment are just controlling things nicely, aren't they? Oh dear, that kick, it's eventually had to go back as he came off his foot. And Wallington for the Orcas. So 3-1. Central Coast lead in this under-17s boys grand final.
Yeah, they've really started just average, but really warmed into this game, haven't they, the Central Coast?
I'll tell you what, referees, he's got that loud whistle. I like that.
Yes.
It gives it a really... He's doing a great job out there at the moment. It's just trying... That was Scullard.
I love the fact too, Sully. Like he doesn't look that old, the young lad refereeing, but geez, he's consistent. He makes a definite call. So on 50, but he's definite about it. People being officials in our game, we need them.
It's been unreal this whole weekend. Now opportunity here for Grant. Grant, the tag coming in. It was Cashin, was it? Not only is he scoring tries, he's saving them. And the kick. Beautifully done. Play on it'll be. Can he get there? He can't. Charging through was Patane. He's hurt a knee in the process, but it was the clever work on the inside. He had a little look, saw who he was, put the kick through for him.
I love that play, Sully. Like again, he had a player looping around the back of him. We probably won't see it on replay, but he had a player looping around the back, and instead of passing, he just has the kick for the lead runner. And yeah, they've got a result. They didn't get the try, but they're getting the ball back.
Where that you can put that little a pass,
that
little kick for, as you say, a lead runner.
Yeah, it's very skillful too.
So now the Orcas. Newman plays it. They look to come to the left again. Ends up in the hands of Smith, the opening try scorer. Took a while for him to come on. He's just ducked back on Dennis O'Callaghan. Not much room down this left edge again into the hands of Smith. Last tackle. What options have we got? Grant. He'll keep it alive. Half-time siren sounds. And Bassardi. So the Central Coast, after the Orcas led early, Xander Smith was the man who scored the opening try. Then we've seen tries to Kai Hodges, Kalen Cashin and Luke Andrews for Central Coast. And we'll go to the halftime break. Ross Thomas with Central Coast leading 3-1.
Yeah.
Think of everything you could do with NIB. You could use NIB rewards to get a discount on some new sneakers. You could get into running. With the time you save with telehealth and prescription delivery, you could really get into running. You could find the perfect physio and really, really get into running. You could even get discounted travel insurance. Let's just start with the sneakers. NIB, potentially amazing.
Welcome back to Coffs Harbour International Stadium for the final time this afternoon. Well, for the weekend. Ross Thomas, and it's a weekend that started on Friday. It's been a long weekend, hasn't it?
It's been fantastic. And, geez, the weather's held out. And Friday and Saturday, we look like we're going to get hit by storms, but we just dodged them. And today's been beautiful. It's about 23 degrees. A light east-southeast breeze, maybe a 2 or 3 on the Beaufort wind scale. But, it's really good conditions out there. Yeah,
it's been great. It really, really has been great. And, of course, this Nationals grand final of the under-17s.
Yeah, I think if I was the coach of the Central Coast, there's good short passing there, but I'd just be telling them exactly the same as what you've done. You're controlling the ball really well. We got a bit of energy from a few players, and here's good movement again.
Cashin's the man that's been tagged coming in. He got the no-look pass from Isaac Phillips. It looks very good, Hodges. Now Knowles wanted a runner and found one in Devaney. We've got a shepherd, have we? Or?
He's saying the player jumped there. And for the Orcas, I'd be saying, don't chase it. Don't try and score, get back to 3-2 in this very first set. We got to get down in position and we got to be energetic to force an error and then have a crack at them. If they get to halfway, have a go. You've got good skills, boys. That's why you're in the grand final.
Yeah, great point. Yeah. That's a great point. It was Wellington. Chen Hall.
So they're a little sideways there, Sully.
Yeah, I just saw that there. Ma puts the kick through, tries to take it out of his own hands. Well, tried to take it in his own hands, and unfortunately the kick retrieved by Central Coast. Now a bit of momentum here. Bissaka. Mariko skipping. Looks back inside and finds Cashin. And it ends up with Cashin after the pass from Knowles. Space here for the corner. That was great work. Superb work. Ends up in the hands of Luke Andrews. He grabs a grand final double, but the replay will be brilliant.
What about the vision and the ball movement here and just like seeing who's in a better spot? It's outstanding. Catch and pass to finish it off. I will make a point, and it was the point I was trying to make about the Orcas not trying to chase the game. Don't do a little kick 10 metres from halfway. Because Central Coast ended up with the ball 10 metres from halfway, and then 2 plays later, they've got all that ball movement and scored the try.
That's when the coach needs that thing called a hook.
Yeah, and not being super critical of the young lad that did the kick, because he's trying something for his team. But I just think don't chase it too early,
Tell you what, they got a lovely pass. Kyan Werner was a lovely pass, that final pass, wasn't it, in the 14?
Catch and pass with the defender right on him.
And now, opportunity for the Orcas.
Look at the defence by the number 7 there for the Central Coast. I think that's Kai G,
isn't it?
Yeah, gee, what a tag.
An important one as well, as now the Orcas get their first opportunity in this second half. Chen Hall. Which side are they going to load up, left or right? They're going to go left and just goes front door and finds Smith. Into dummy half goes Newman. Now he comes. He just turns it back underneath. Patane. Balls hit the ground. They'll get another play on. There's the referee. He's more than happy. But
yeah, they've got a 6 to go. It was touched by the Coast. We want to try from the Orcas here. The game needs it, doesn't it?
Yeah, he played the advantage nicely there, did the referee. Now Chen Hall. Batane. Basati. Wasn't much on. It's a good test here for this Central Coast defence. Smith. Basati. Ran out of options once again. Kai G was there.
Again, he's a good defender as well as an attacker. It's the way to go.
Chen Hall goes wide. Looks and finds Lomu Stewart.
What a tag.
Now they'll swing it to this right edge. The kick through. Basati puts it through for himself, but to no avail.
That great tag over in the corner for the Central Coast. I think it was Kyan Werner. That was a great tag. Try saving. I did say that the game needed a try, and I was hoping the Orcas got a cross, but that was great defence, and that's what wins your titles.
This second half's gone quick too,
Yeah,
Ross.
yeah.
It really has. It's flying. As now he has enough. He says, puts boot to board as Basaka finds touch.
And if I'm the coach of the Central Coast, I'm going, that's fine. That's good. We haven't dropped the ball in our own half. We're moving forward. We're coming up to the ball.
And they get the ball back.
Oh, he's got a 40-10. Right, I didn't realise.
Yeah, he got
the side, right.
He just snuck in. Centimetre perfect, one would say.
It's even better then.
Now Bennett. An opportunity to really, really take the game away from the Orcas. Basaka. Knowles at dummy half. They skip. Does Cash in. They reload again on this left edge. Straight away for Knowles. He looks up, finds Hodges. Hodges, they haven't got him. It'll go back to Knowles. Cash in.
Oh, he nearly cashed in then, didn't he?
My word, he did. He was so close. Hodges. The little kick through for Bennett. Oh.
So for those watching, as soon as the ball hits the ground over the line, it's dead. You've got to, it's got to be bouncing up in the air, and if you can get control of it, then it could be a try. But it hit the ground over the line, so the ball's immediately dead.
So now the Orcas. Newman. Patane. He gets a penalty. 3-1. It was at half time. Central Coast leading. 4-1 now. And the Orcas looking to score their first points of this second half. Making something happen here as O'Callaghan ends up with it. They go wide. Lomo Stewart for the corner. And Lomo Stewart does score. Tomasi.
And watch the ball here. There's a ball over the top. And then watch this pass here from the number 22. I think it is.
Xavier Scullard.
Yeah, Xavier Scullard. What a money ball that was. Gee, the game needed it. And that's got to give him a bit of energy if that kick stays in, which I think it has.
It went out. It definitely went in.
Linesman put her
flag in the
up,
air.
and I thought maybe it hasn't gone out in the full there.
It was definitely out in the full.
Good. I'm glad you saw it the same way. I just saw the linesman flag go up.
Ross, they could have come upstairs. We would have told them.
Yeah. It's like sometimes you need for the video replay just a couple of people sitting on a couch. We'll make a good decision for you.
Mariko looks, finds. That's outstanding work. He found G. G throws the long pass and it's gone forward. Hope it was. He was hoping it didn't go forward, but it did.
And the referee right in line with the pass. Again, I'm giving him great credit. He kept up with the break and was right in line.
Scullard. Hope you're enjoying all the action here on KO Sports Live as we roll down the clock. Central Coast leading 4 points to 2 in this under-17s boys grand final. The Oztag Nationals now room to move. Got to go back though. The tag. Basati. Spinning around, just goes the long pass. I was going to say, does he bother? He does. Isaac Phillips.
Then there's a little bit of the chasing of the game there. And I know they need to score, but maybe a little kick and the Central Coast gathering the ball, even if it's off their line, might have been a better position for them.
They keep it alive now. Yeah. G. Eke Party, he found Mariko. Back for Eke Party. Now Kirk. Kirk with room to move, throws the big dummy. I'll tell you what, if you look back on the inside, that was where the danger was, being touched. Orcas, they'll get the ball back. Will Central Coast.
The Coast are getting some nice changes of angles now, Sully. I feel like there's guys in the Orcas that get a try, but the Central Coast keep changing the angles, and they're going to pluck another one any minute, I think.
So the restart now. Cashin. Now Kirk. G. got away from one to G. Dangerous out of dummy half. Referee looks. No, there's the tag. G again. His turn out of dummy half this time. And another tag. Desperation here for the Orcas. Kirk. Phillips. Hodges. Which way will they go? They do go to the right. Ekepati tried to throw the pass. It was knocked down. So the Orcas. West away.
It's pretty good defence then by the Orcas, wasn't it? You know, the Coast got at them there and a couple out of dummy half, but they held their ground. So good defence. Geez, they'd love a runaway try from their own end.
Well, there's the early kick.
Yep.
Is it going to slice enough? No, you can just hear the crowd. They just wanted it to go that little bit further.
But I think that's still pretty good tactics. You know, I mean, I know they're chasing the game, but geez, let's force an error. The Central Coast have been clinical coming out of their own end. Very few errors.
That's the key, isn't it? You know, as you said.
If we could just get some energy, get up quick, maybe force something here for the Orcas.
4-3 with 2 to go would be nice. Phillips looks up. Eventually into the hand of Knowles. Now back for Cash in. Cash in again, out of dummy half. Sort of had a good look there, did Basaka, and looked up and found Hodges. Hodges tries to go through the middle. Knowles. He put the kick through, knocked it on, I think. He had two things on his mind then.
Yeah. But again, no errors, and they've ended up, 6 metres out from the opposition's line? Great set, especially when you're up 4-2. Some of their short passing, the Coast is outstanding, isn't it? You know, little changes and then little short passes. And
Smith played it. Now the dummy half, Chen Hall. West away. Going to put boot to ball, put plenty on it too. Is he going to stay in the field of play? He did well. Went back, Luke Andrews.
Great cover, wasn't it?
He scored a couple of tries as well, but he's also done well there.
I think it was going to be that 40-10 again if he hadn't have been urgent. Here's a chance for the Orcas.
Yeah, Jed Westaway was the Orcas player that was knocked over. The referee rules. Kalen Cashin is the man that's been penalised against. Now Grant. Can't be long left. Ross.
No, we need someone to breach the defence here for the Orcas.
Can it be Westaway? They come back down this short side. They do keep it alive. Ends up with Smith. Patane. They're going to go wide now. Westaway. Skips. Puts the kick through for himself. Just got to get there and a penalty.
Yeah, I think he's calling the Central Coast offside. You've got to give them credit for their defence on their line. They've been very rock solid. They've stayed connected. They've got good speed off the line.
Ryan Grant plays it. Westaway at first receiver. Gets rid of it quickly for Newman. And he in turn found Chen Hall. Newman at dummy half. Westaway. Newman. The run around. And there's the tag. Great work.
Great defence, wasn't it? Was that G again?
Chen Hall. Patane. Westaway. Goes wide. Wallington. Last tackle. Westaway. What will he do this time? He looks. Dummies to kick. They pop it back inside for Chen Hall. Back for Westaway. Running out of options. Just did the little flick out the back. Play on. Westaway. Can they keep it alive down that left edge? That's where they've got to go. Lawmore Stewart.
Six to go.
Yeah, you're right,
sorry.
Ross. They got No, you're spot on. They did get a 6 to go call. So Westaway. Newman. Patania. Chen Hall. Central Coast defence at the moment's rock solid. They want Westaway to go underneath. They do. There's the full-time siren. Westaway's been tagged. He's going to score. He does. Play on it'll be. And Jed Westaway gets a late try for the Orcas as the siren sounded to make it a 4-3. Central Coast running out winners in the under-17s grand final. Well, it was 3-1 at half-time, Ross, and they scored in that second half. Andrews grabbed his second, and then that late try there.
Yeah, and in that last try, like, it could have been critical if we're only 1-0 down, but the ref said he was tagged late after the kick, which allows him to play on, and he didn't have his other tag removed, so that's why the referee gave the try. So he gave advantage to the attacking player, but it could have been critical if there was one in it. That would have been something if we'd have finished on that note. But I really think Central Coast, their ball movement was great. Short passes, change of angles, fantastic. And how clinical were they coming out of their own end? I can't remember a mistake. But their defence, when the Orcas threw stuff at them, their defence was outstanding, and I really think that's what won it for them in the end.
Well, mate, you can have the final word. It's been a great weekend, and obviously National Oztag, be very proud.
Oh, it's been a fantastic weekend, and the amount of players, and I think that game that we just watched there, that was played in great spirit, like good skill, young fit men that are very passionate and want to win, but there was nothing untoward in that game. There was a lot of respect for one another. I saw a couple of guys handing tags back to one another, and that's what we'd like in every single game. Sometimes it doesn't quite happen. We get a few people, as I said before, a bit passionate. But for the most part, that's what we get, a showcase like that.
Well, to everyone that's taken part in it over the weekend and been involved, and we spoke about the officials, but you can't, the volunteers, unbelievable.
There's a lot of people that have put in a lot of hours, a number of the coaches and managers. And we try to tell our managers, don't spend any more money, we'll give you a little bit to buy things. But no, they not only do they give up their time, petrol money to get to trainings, making phone calls, sending messages, communications, but they go and buy extra prizes for their kids. And we've already given them prizes, but that would be across every association, like 15 or 16 associations in the Nationals. And we've got all these coaches and managers that are outstanding. And I must compliment the coaches and managers for the Steelers. If I was given an award, I'd be giving them the Coaches Association Award.
Nothing wrong with that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we'll let Neil Diamond finish proceedings here, and we'll have a little listen to him. Thank you to you, Ross Thomas, for joining us.
Sally.
Thank you to all our co-commentators. Thank you to Jeff Killick. Hope you've all enjoyed it. Let Neil bring it down.
Think of everything you could do with NIB. You could use NIB rewards to get a discount on some new sneakers. You could get into running. With the time you save with telehealth and prescription delivery, you could really get into running. You could find the perfect physio and really get into running. You could even get discounted travel insurance. Let's just start with the sneakers. NIB, potentially amazing. Think of everything you could do with NIB. You could use NIB rewards to get a discount on some new sneakers. You could get into running. With the time you save with telehealth and prescription delivery, you could really get into running. You could find the perfect physio and really get into running. You could even get discounted travel insurance. Let's just start with the sneakers. NIB, potentially amazing.